It's another Saturday. We're on A2 land here. This is an indexing stop latch. Last Saturday we were here and we were on, lane number 25. And the issue there was failed index / multiple index, and we found that loose indexing bell crank. What I ended up doing was making some adjustments, tightening that indexing bell crank down, and it's not easy to do one-handed. And after that, everything tested good. I ran it for a long while, and then they said, hey, we're having issues again. And so one of the things that I know, yes, is has some rust. It's been living on a shelf with some rainwater leaking on it a little bit. Back on track. One of the things with old parts, right? This thing's probably original. It's probably been on there for 50 years. This stop surface is ever so slightly curved. And over time, it can wear out. It'll wear flat or whatever. And then as the machine finishes one index position, the roller, the bearing, is forced up into this stop surface. With a worn stop surface, it's either going to want to kick backwards and multiple index, or it will be forced forward or towards the rear of the machine, and you'll get a failed index. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. I haven't gone out there yet, but my guess, along with some worn linkage, right? This hole, I found one of these, happened to get lucky. This hole's not egged out. It is a little rusty. It is a little crusty. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take this sanding drum on a Dremel, and I'm just going to hit up this surface to make sure that it's curved ever so slightly. Something like this. Doesn't need a whole lot. So we are ever so slightly, we've got just a very light amount of curve in there. That's going to help to help to cradle that bearing a little bit better and give us a positive stop and not multiple index or fail to index. So we knocked some of the rusty crusties off, what we could get to with the wire wheel. The next step is we're going to lubricate. I'm going to pre-lubricate this part so that it has time for the oil to kind of soak in as we're taking the old one out. Good. Well, I hopped down here and I noticed, first of all, there's no bottom cover installed. Our turret short link is bent, but more importantly, let me zoom in here. That's not good. It's not supposed to do that. We're missing a bolt through here. That's certainly going to affect how the machine indexes, right? That's going to be a problem. So, we know we've already got this, where'd you go? We've already got this stop latch made up, ready to go. So I think, I'm zoomed in too close, hold on. We're going to replace this anyways, just kind of out of an abundance of caution, because our hole, we're a little bit egged out in our X-pin hole. We got a little bit of wiggle room back there. Not excessive, right? This is our main problem here. Flippy floppy parts. So the good news is we don't have to take this bolt out. It's already been removed for us. There's one more on the other side, and then we're going to drop our whole indexing shaft out. Let's take this off too. So we're just going to take that out. We're going to take the block end off and just replace our indexing stop latch while we're here. It's only a few more extra steps, right? So our other bolt, the bolt head is here, and it goes through the mount plate. I didn't bring a, I need a socket. We need a 7/16 socket on the other side of this turret frame here. Oh, you can't see it. Well, even still, you can't see it. It's going to be covered in crust. So I've already gone ahead and removed the turret short indexing link. But let's see if we can come in here with a 7/16. Move our turret over a little bit to get under the there we go. So we're on the head of the fastener. Well, we're on the nut. Now we're on the head of the fastener at the bottom. Tricky spot on the bottom side, on the front side of that turret long link, plus the crust factor, right? Well, it should be almost there. There we go. I don't know. Oh, the nut stayed in the socket. Good. Let's keep these two pieces mated up. So theoretically, we should be able to push our long link rearward and finagle this out. Made a liar out of me, sir. We need to dip up into the, there we go, into the high dwell. We needed to hit the high dwell of the cam on the indexing roller and lift the indexing stop lever up. But yeah, she just dropped right out. There it is. What I like to do, right, personally, is I will keep the short link on down here. I'll take the whole bell crank off, right? Well, here, let me. I'll take the bolt off up there for that curved C-shaped link. I'll take the bell crank stud out on the opposite side of the frame, and I'll take this front piece out, and I'll just drop the thing all as one whole assembly. Of course, these are not my machines. This is not my center, right? I'm only here one day a week to help out. So I've shed up shop here at the top of the turret. So I have some more work room and I don't have to continue hunching over. All we need to do, we're going to remove this Allen head bolt and take that block off. Then we're going to slide this guy out and put this one in. If we take a look, we do have a little bit of curvature here, although it is starting to flatten out. I don't think this is our main problem. The main problem was the missing hardware, which explains why we had it dialed in last week and then all of a sudden we didn't have it dialed in. But either way, this is freshly resurfaced. We have a nice good amount of light curvature on that, so it should hug the bearing pretty well. So let's go ahead and transfer this over. I don't remember what size Allen we need for this. This size. What size is it? I don't know. I know it's measured in freedom units. So our block comes out, our thrust washer comes out. We're gonna wipe that down real quick, as well as this shaft. This got some gunk in there. So we're just gonna wipe it down. You know, at this point, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, clean-ish is gonna be way better than how we found it, right? Thrust bearing back in, block back on, orientation is correct. Put our little screw back in. And we'll throw it back in the machine and double check our adjustments. I do have new X washers for sure. I don't think we have a spare X pin for the bottom of this index stop latch. I'll have to go wrangle up some the hardware for the missing stuff, but she's all back together. She's ready to go back in. It's always kind of a hard angle to get with the cameras, you know, under the bottom side of the turret. There's really no place to stick the camera at, but so I guess you're going to have to I guess trust me that this is going back in. I mean, because you can't really see, right? Uh-oh, what have I done with the bolt? The nut and the bolt have disappeared. Uh-oh. They're here somewhere. I just don't know where that is. Hiding under my wrenches. There we go. So let's see if we can fish this bastard back in here. There, okay. Bolts pass through our plate. Alright, that's threaded on. I'm not going to tighten this down yet until I go search around for some replacement hardware. I believe, hold on here, let's see if we can maybe I believe that this is a fine thread bolt that threads into the aluminum frame. So if it is, we're gonna need to find a 1/4 28 bolt. Yeah, we might get lucky. I hope so. Otherwise, we're gonna have to come up with something else creative. Boy, did I get lucky. 1/4 28, and it should be long enough. What we don't know is if the threads are destroyed. Right? We have no way to know yet. It does not want to thread in. Yeah, I think we have some destroyed threads. Well, maybe we can find a longer bolt and find some good threads. This is not awesome. Because right now we're only getting like 3 threads worth of bite in there. Well, back to the drawing board, huh? Well, I managed to find a bolt that was about 1/4 of an inch longer. And I think that that is going to work. Maybe. It's about all we got, right? Oh, dropped it. She's threading in. The only other, hanging up on that. The only other option I can think of might be, like helicoil. Because we do have some damaged threads. But she's snugging up. There we go. There we go. Tight. Yeah, she's not going anywhere now. Good. My eyes. Alright, turret short link. So turret short link is coming back in. I do have a new X washer for it. Like I said earlier, I don't have a new X pin, unfortunately. At this point, beggars can't be choosers, but that one doesn't look too bad, right? It's not awful. please. Thank you. This looks good. Now we get to hop up to the top side and double check our adjustments. If you guys thought that I forgot to tighten this bolt down on this side, you are correct. We're going to do that now. I'm not going to get it on camera though, but yes, the bolt and nut on this side are going to be tightened. So let's watch indexing. Yeah, you guys are sideways, but we'll fix it in post. The weight of the pin alone. Pretty good. So one of the issues, yes, by the way, we are unplugged and the breaker is turned off. On this machine, they said the motor wasn't running, and they had determined that this middle contact piece was missing. I don't think these are supposed to be able to pop out all willy-nilly. Maybe I'm wrong. These other two seem to be retained in there quite well, but I'm not sure what holds this in. If we're missing maybe a screw somewhere, or something else is amiss. But I think for testing purposes, we'll try to fire it up and see if the motor turns on, because the initial issue was the motor wouldn't turn on. And then somebody noticed all three contact points weren't closed, right? Because we got missing parts. So the rear switch is off, the machine is plugged in, breaker is on, and let's do 1, 2, 3. Please don't blow up. No motor. Oh, that's not good. Are we gonna have a bend here? Ah, too close. Anyways, breaker off, machine unplugged. We're bound up. Yeah, that's not good. Why is this thing binding up? Oh no. Did somebody make the same mistake I did by taking this cover off? Ooh. Oh, no, I see it. Hold on. Right in there. It's like the old piece of contact jamming it up. Let's see if I can dig it out. I might need two hands. And a longer screwdriver bit. Hold on, please. Bear with me one moment. Oh boy. It's, well, she ain't coming out the front way. Yeah, we got her all bound up now. How do we dig that out? I do not know. I think I got it. What I did is I removed that middle contact piece, and then I was able to dig my screwdriver in there. That's our old set of contacts. She actuates now just fine. I still don't know what retains these in place. Whatever retains them in place appears to be not functioning for this middle contact point. So now that we've got our obstruction cleared, let's plug it in, turn it on. We're gonna stand back here and observe. Motor's running. A little slow. Doesn't sound bad. I think it just looks slow. Belt's a little floppy. The ball accelerator motor's making a little bit of noise. It's not coming from this. This thing's whisper quiet. She's not running hot. She's not, well, this is a single phase motor. So, it appears to be in good shape. Turn it off. Wait for it to stop. Turn it on. Starts right up. We'll test it a couple of times. Make sure it doesn't have any starting issues or other running issues. So start looks good. Run looks good. Second ball. Cool. So here's the plan on how we're going to try to help prevent that from coming out. Dun 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 dun, super glue. So we have just a little dab of super glue in there. You know, work it in. Maybe what we should do is let's unplug our main motor, right? And we will turn off our accelerator. Oh, big reach. Why don't we plug this in and turn it on and keep that contactor engaged? Well, our glue cures. I mean, it's either going to work or it's not, right? We don't know. I'd rather give it the benefit of the doubt. So one of the last things that we're going to do today is we're going to be installing this moving deck cam follower shaft support kit. They were kind enough to have this apart for me already. Unfortunately, I broke my magnetic camera mount, and probably not going to be able to get a lot of this on video, but let's talk about it first. So we've got a bolt and basically a cup that's going to go into the gearbox. And then we've got a flat washer, a lock washer, and a nut that's going to go in on the well on the inside. So we're going to bolt that to the gearbox. We have a new shaft. That shaft end is going to sit in that recess. Then we're going to put our moving deck cam follower back on, and then we've got an end plate here. And this end plate is going to mount right there to support the opposite end of the shaft. The good news is this time I have this guy. Plenty of room. I didn't have this last time. I had a regular drill and I just kind of had to go at an angle and just sent it, right? Drilled the holes a little crooked, you know, it works, right? But now we can do better. So she's kind of pre-assembled. The cup is on, it's not tight yet because we need to fit our support plate on. So I've got the support plate held on with vice grips, and we're gonna get our holes in here. Kind of a dry fit for right now. Get everything lined up, and then we'll do final assembly. Yeah, that'll work real good. Perfect. I am gonna need 2 hands for this though. I'm gonna set you guys down. So we've got our holes are drilled. Take our vice grips off. We're gonna have to remove our screw on the end here. In order to get our cam follower back on. And hopefully we can. No, this is not working. Hold on. We're gonna start with the pin in the cam follower, bring it up, and then push our pin through our 1-to-1 plate and into our new support on the gearbox. Just like that. We've got all of our hardware in. We're not tightened down yet, right? We're just kind of a loose fit. Verify everything else looks good. And because it does now, we'll go ahead. So we have to tighten our bolt back here down, tighten our 2 bolts on the plate here, and our nut inside the gearbox well. Cool. Everything's all tightened up in there. Looks good. Our last step is going to be looping our cable back around. And hold on, I'm not even holding the camera straight. And clipping it back into that rear cable sheath, and probably running out to my vehicle for the battery vacuum so we can try and back up some of the metal shavings that we just made. Our super glue should be dry. Yeah, that works. That works. Not gonna fall out again. Cool. Guess what? It's time to go home. Well, not out of the woods yet, guys. Ball damage. We're missing a Y-switch bumper, and our cushion paw has fallen off of the kickback. That looks better. Got her all bolted back together. New Y-switch bumper. Ball path is smooth. No obvious signs of impact where it shouldn't be. So hopefully that resolves their issue. I didn't see anything else with the tracks really, other than they're, you know, kind of dirty and beat up, but I don't think anything else is causing that ball damage. That missing bumper allowed that Y-switch arm to swing too far over, and the ball was crashing into the accelerator frame right there. And that bracket flopping around probably wasn't helping anything. Check this out. Ah, no! Another one! Yeah, that's pretty gross.